mra na se JM ba e bibi ato atwa JM ba eza JM ba ya ho beto
Minimum papa we batia obuga na artist pa Kumawood artist obuya nkasa entimu me nyina ya nya ba
etimi wo jam controversial de se me wasante region na me ka sei se woni mu nyansa no wo adwere na hwe yere hwe ba tomo JM ana we say Nana Akufo Addo ba e be sui ana ajako ana me wo Nana Akufo Addo me ya PP na ko hwe ajako ana hwe IPP for board from say to
ye wo film bill e na me nuanom we ka no wa sign 2 akaba akopɛ no di free power ye de ne ba so on be sign ba akopɛ ne nka ho
me no mu na tujubiri asoro what as here your cooperation ye fa ha ye nya na ye den ye ko but on be small say your cooperation go be bi emra na ba ko your operation ma bra na akobra na afafun afro say omo ko chon omo san nya omo no omo ye nkwala na se bi e ma na yetumi ye kwaya na e ban
say 1440 wa mu me bra me mu ta sa na tie wa mu ya santefo
ni mendi John Mahama mendi na chikwa because minim na oye ma artist Bobukala yenim na oye ma no osifie na to car ma no yenim na oye ma be ku Santana yenim me kasa me bobo a minti me wayosi.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the counsel of the Almighty. Welcome to GH News Now. No, welcome to iCulture TV. Yes, you are used to seeing this show on GH News Now. We are upgraded. We are on Roku, and we are also on, of course, our own platform, www.ghnewsnow.com/iculture-tv. All right, you have never seen me like this on this show. I'm always formal and everything, but I decided to make this one a little different because this issue came up that I want to deal with immediately. I have so many things to say about this issue that I'll try to cover as much of it as I can. It's about this recent video that I saw of Kumasi actors from Kumasi, or practitioners of the arts, I should say, from Kumasi. Actors, actually, not practitioners of the arts, they're actors from Kumasi, from what I saw. Coming out and boldly speaking their minds and saying, Nana Akufo Addo, the president, has disappointed them, and so they are going to root very hard for Mahama in the coming elections and stuff like that. It's great. It's great in the sense, number one, I like people who decide on issues. This is what we want. They made it clear. Said we had a pact with you, Mr. President. You failed us, so we're going to go the other way. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I've heard people bashing some of them saying, Wokramuko DMPPH and stuff like that. So what? It's nothing wrong with that. Omoko DMPPH. MPP is a political party in Ghana. They realized the candidate, the promises that he made to them, he couldn't fulfill them for whatever reason, right? And what they're going to do, they said they will switch their allegiance in the hopes when they go to the other side that they will get what they want. That said, let me also address the other things that hit me about the thing. Okay, Medi Kanka say, I personally don't agree with those who said because they were, following Nana Akufo Addo, they couldn't switch over, or they couldn't change their minds. Only fools don't change their minds. But check this out. These are some of the same people, and I'm choosing my words carefully. I said some, because I was waiting to make sure that video hoping, not hoping, but I was expecting to see or hear certain people's names in there, and that would have sparked another whole different type of fire from this end. What did I say? But because I don't see those names, I can't even say those things, because these are new faces that I see, and I'm hoping that they will do better. But there were certain people, I know more hoggy acting scene, film scene, all that scene, or more hoggy, with nothing in their minds pertaining to what they want to do with the industry, only to, you know, uti in some crowd no more kana. Some of them are like, oh, and away, you know, what talk my way, no, Baba, no. We don't need a president to be able to talk my yo. What I say? Because how many of them will get the cars? Some of you got the cars. And some of you, because I'm with DMPP, you know, you decided not to take the cars to spite Mahama. Who cares? But what I'm saying is, the point I'm making is, how many people will get those cars? Cars like so they na Mahama talk my way, and Mahama sifia my way. Obetime talk sifia mobia based on what criteria? Who qualifies to get the car and the fee within the industry, right? Because it's a whole broad industry with so many different actors, directors, and so far my actors and social amenities of more benefit. I mean, say that told Diana that you can't say I'm a director, be put that, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe I'm wrong actually, because some of these people, you know, some of the people that I was expecting to see their names in the amount, you know, I think some of them actually got some things, and they are the ones that are most disappointed because Apija and you know, like I said, I'm not faulting you for that at all, for going to follow your political party. But on what basis quite a Modikoko D political party that you know? That is where my head is at. You mentioned yourself, Sir Mahama started a process that was signing of passing the film bill into law, and I'll come to that in a second also. Right? There's a bill before Parliament on person will pass here a bill, you know, to regulate the industry and all of it. It's beautiful. And I commend the people, you know, the Kumasi actors actually are fronting this a whole lot. And that's very commendable, you know. And I feel so about Parliament in idea. But I did about come a person become a honoman sana matwaso. And he said, actually, let me not lose track, you know, trace of my thoughts. Let me finish that thought before I come to this one. What I was saying is, what basis and a modidi did that at the political party nichi. Mahama came, and apart from starting the film bill, no, which is something that was going to regulate the industry for everybody, all the practitioners to benefit from, as far as I'm concerned, as far as my understanding goes. That's what it was for, right? But you decided to say, nah, the other one who, I don't know what they presented to you, but hey, Nami Nobi. I didn't hear what promises were made to you, so I can't speak too much about that. But that's what I'm saying. At that point, no, people did not vote based on policy. People did not vote based on common sense. Because Obia was starting a film bill amount. I clear say it's progressing, right? Then you decide, say, nah, whatever, and you go the other way. Fine, that's fine. Let's leave that there. Because like I said a dozen times, I don't care where you throw your vote, as long as it's based on policy, right? So based on your interest, collective interest, collective, keyword, interest, not personal interest, all right? Okay, now let me go to that film bill thing. Film bill, no. I have a problem with the film bill, okay? And I'm not even going to go into the nitty-gritty of it. I'm just going to go into how it even came into being. We have a country, Kwame Nkrumah is setting up the structure for the modern Ghana. No? He set up schools that were supposed to coordinate to turn out professionals into the outside world for business to thrive. And to set up School of Performing Arts, Legon, to train actors, directors, you know, writers, you know, playwrights, all that. And I set up School of Art, College of Art, USD, to train the scenery people, the designers, the costume people, the, you know, the art people, film art people, all that, everything that has to do with design, all of that. USD, College of Art, was supposed to train those people. And I set up School of Music, Winneba, right? To train the people who do the music and the soundtrack and all of those things. And I setting up NAFTI to train, you know, people who man the machines and all of that. So all of these schools, you know, were set up to train people to come together to form the industry. All of a sudden, we have left the industry to the enterprise of individuals. And I'm not completely lambasting that, because again, so can you people like Samuel Nyamiche, and can you people like even Sidi Kubwari, who really and truly revolutionized the new movie industry. Let's give it to him. Or yeah, Ayalolo, you know, workers it was. At the time, it was revolutionary because he had the mind to pick up a camera and shoot a movie and all. It was great, right? And can you be say, yeah? And the industry would have been left to collapse. So you can't discount them. You can't really write off people like that. But, we have people going to school to study those things, only to come back and fall in line behind people who are just like, no next to not a damn thing. I'm calling a spade, and for me, chess. What I say? Because if we don't say it now, we've done that for years, for many years. Until say cancer no money so they'll be out there once and for all. You understand? Because these schools were not set up for fun. School of Performing Arts was not set up for people to go there and train as a conduit to go to law school. Lester, sorry bro. But truth be told, it's not set up to be a conduit to other places. Even though it's fine if you do that with school, why not? Right? But that's not all it's made for. School of Performing Arts, no. Kwame Nkrumah and yes, or the yes say name what done was what did you mean what done was in the School of Performing Arts. There was a reason for setting up all these institutions so that when the professionals from these places will come together to man the industry. And then people with the raw gusto, like some of the natures of our day, will also come to augment it. Because guess what? When Kwame Nkrumah did that, even in the School of Performing Arts, it was people with the raw gusto who were coming there as lecturers. When I was in the School of Performing Arts, now a drum lecturer was some guy who was, not some guy, this man was a lecturer, right? But what I'm saying is, or you'll be a near Kwako fan from, the community, because he was great at drumming. He was the lecturer. On never check that day. What I said, so nobody saying it's a one called School of Performing Arts, it's a one called school and now business now. Nobody's discounting that too. But every progressive society, woman, brochire, and now could be make brochures and I am not doing the I mean person make brochure class because some people completely misconstrue it. But again, at this point, I will leave you to misconstrue what you want to misconstrue and just say what I have to say. The American say, progressive societies more. Every single thing that you do, you need certification for. You need certification for. It's simple. And can John Mahama ever be dying? No one talk as a actor. Based on who has been certified. Say, well, you are certified, so you're an actor. Because let's be truth be told, Obia betting against your actor. Me risi ha, na me risi ha, na me rube same thing. Na me kese your friend say ya, na me actor. Who? How dare you say Obia kese me actor? What would that be true? Actor name no. Akwakoye bibia Obia betting everybody slaps it on. Now they call themselves stars. Stars. And not celebrities. All right, okay, all right. But yeah, let's speak to that. Those schools were not set up for fun. Those schools were set up to train people to man the industry, okay, and to collaborate with those times. You're kind of saying Osofodazi, almost even before Osofodazi. Let's go even before Osofodazi.
Doc Palm, Abedu Ghana. Doc Palm ye kwan fufra e ma woni o doctor dinkuta ho ahon Harriso. Doc Palm die e ma woni o doctor ya appointment with go shell specialist nimpo. Doc Palm ma woni o doctor dinkuta ho video call no ma wa yaresa no ho fitio. Doc Palm ma woni o doctor nyankuta ho di o video call e bibia ne bebia wo bia apra won hospital hompo. Doc Palm die e ma woni o doctor nimpo timi chat no wa mo akwankyere o phone so. Share Doc Pamunti, what mini specialist be what in we are safe and any na enyankuta udi I will phone so. Doc Palm or Pomodena a down some no. Doc Palm convenient. Go App Store and now Play Store. Net download the Doc Palm CCR.
The whole idea was to harness the energy of the natural raw talent, like the ones that we have today, right? But have that regulated properly with people who have been there to study how it fixes into the whole world thing. Because remember, a idea try to they capture outside attention, so it has to fit within a certain decorum, if you ask me. But then we go on like, listen, if you sometimes get now colleague on Crampo as a director, it is incentive to you. Kumasi. Kumasi nurtured me. I love Kumasi. I wish I brought my Kumasiano shirt, you know. But young can't Charlie Mumen can't. Because Kumasi and the AJ industry they see whole. But the right thing has to be done. Okay, now my other thing with the film bill is what kind of input, and I'm very disappointed with certain people. I have to call a spade a spade. I'm at the point where I really don't give a f. I don't. Okay? Because the basic is so enough said. I'm going to say it as it is. I am also disappointed in some of the people who actually make the decisions. During Mahama's time and now, who are the ministers, who are the deputy ministers, who is in charge of this film bill? What input did the people who have been to these schools have in the film bill? It was a group of energetic people from Kumasi who maybe Accra, I don't know, who put this thing together. Kudos, and brought it to you. And so far, that has formed the foundation of what you're working with. But are you aware, say it's cutting out the professionals? Are you aware? Politicians, ministers and deputy ministers. What's the input of the people who have been to School of Performing Arts in the film bill? I don't know. Maybe I'm ignorant. Maybe I'm detached. I don't know. But from what I see, that's what I'm asking. What's the input of people like that? What's the input of the people who have passed through NAFTI, who, by the way, are still on the market, right? But then we have looking for jobs. But we have people who have been to nowhere, making a film bill for them. I'm just saying. As long as let's all talk about it. Okay? Let's all talk about it. I am just saying. We have a film bill which is going to affect the works of people like myself, who has been through the School of Performing Arts. People like myself who have been through postgraduate training in directing from the School of Performing Arts. I'm on the market, I'm looking for a job. But then we have people who came from where they came from, no disrespect whatsoever, right? And they've put up some bill. Could you have also tried to get some representation from people like myself? Maybe you did. And maybe I just missed the memo. Maybe, I don't know. If I did, I apologize. But I don't see any representation of me and people like me in there, in that film bill. So maybe another time, maybe some of these big people will grant us an interview and explain to us what actually is in the film bill and how it represents all of us. Because truth be told, like I just explained to you, so be eco school, eco kusia there, na so be so raw talent, but on the older maybe now on no about decided film bill for we say now where are we going as a society? Shouldn't we rather get these people to certify? Shouldn't we get the Kumasi actors and everybody need to certify? So that once you say, okay, I'm an actor, no, okay, what shows you what you're actor? Could be a 2-week workshop, I will go on and have a certification for it. It doesn't have to be the whole course. It doesn't have to be you going to go spend money on, whatever, what semester, accommodation, nothing. But what you have to say, me actor there. What do you know? So person listen, in places like New York, person driving Uber, right? Because say Uber, they can even take your own car and things like that. In places like New York, you can't just take your own car. You have to go and get a taxi driver certificate before you can drive Uber. What I say? To be an electrician, to be a plumber, to be a whatever, you need some type of certification. And we have the institutions for them. So how say ABR, NAFTI, and me provide this certification for people who will be like, okay, we are industry cameramen, we are industry DOPs, this is my certification from NAFTI. I didn't go to NAFTI, but I have certification from NAFTI, this is it. Why can't we have the same for the people who are in the sound area to go to School of Winneba and get a certification from there? Or even School of Performing Arts will go on the Krano. They have a music department there which could do that certification. Fanti man juju. So that's my thing as far as that film bill goes. But I have a few more things to say about that video that I saw. Listen, Mr. Mahama, I know you are, to say you are a smart man is Mr. Mahama, you, sir, are a very highly intelligent person from what I see. Otherwise, you couldn't have been a president once, and still people are yearning for you to become president again, to the point where you get such a massive endorsement from your party and all of that. So who am I to advise you on anything at all? But let me just remind you of some things. I'm not going to advise you, I'm just going to remind you of a few things. 1 second. Metiti one from home some time ago, used to say, politics, and so ashe industry ni moma. But say rumor be what baby say, my penny dada mu John Mahama, cry ebe ma actors no, se bus or se van or se baby sa. I'm out for say, omonya NDC fonti, omontina van ni, no correct.
No dear, a dear pa, titi ni, yenya yawo Ashanti region. Dear because Kauye Atisa, aka president, and I say government to be a Babasubiano. Who can say of Frewa? Na Jumedi, no, some money mamma. Because one of my baby or man on any body. But ye, I sent to me more, and I said, Ghana, I rough. Open my NDC in the floor, no could behave. Or NDC in me. But we MPP now, quiet the annual own. Nanka Massa President, former President, His Excellency, former President, His Excellency, you were JDM, said, who's I say, Sinifono, Dudwana Nika, Mutimtoke, or the Kabi, by Lon Kakrabi, Nayautimana, Future and Kakaka. What did you man come for? No, Mujin but I never something I was saying that we didn't go to the
Why a car bako for Munina and as a car, sir? Let me
come according my individual.
It will be a dear bako. I see.
And come Kakra. A do Ashanti regional, never been a Mongolian cousin NDC. We've shared in a downy country. Ross, maybe 2 way on Sobakaya 2016. Mayare Kaka and the Yasina, Momo Tonia the other. As a sitting president, no, what Tinia Bamimi 8 our Confanochi. Sir, Muniska way in a Monfama no function we are nice and do. I said, I am critical, but did not fly into it. I would tell my coin.
My son now, okay.
Hey, you were John Mahama. Hey, you were
Obesrao hospital.
Was the minister that then time, Mrs. Ufuswaja, that minister of native art. It was one of the teams of this one number. I almost what about Panadina by say, Mr. President, say, Member, first go with no. Now, for sure, when you say, do critical, Momona 20 overfly what walk with you. I will study amount. The G scano so why a lot. Now, we want to hear you, and I'm here video, and then I say, hey, young Gaso, and I'm so wow, cancer, and
Mr. Mahama said, is it true that you gave cars to some of these people and some of them refused to accept them because and these are the same people that come crawling back to you and saying, oh yeah, we want Mahama. Nothing wrong with that, like I said before. Nothing wrong with that, like I said before. However, deep there in my heart of hearts, something is telling me that these guys probably are trying to use you as a pawn in their game with the NPP. Some people are incurably who they are, and they will always seek their interest. Like I said before, as long as the interest is collective, no, I don't mind it at all. In fact, I respect the fact that they came together as a group to say, this is what we want. We didn't get it, so we are flushing you down the toilet, and we are going for this one. I respect that so much. But I'm saying though, say, be careful, say one pawn in their game with the NPP. Because from the kind of things I'm hearing, it looks as if, say, if at the very last minute somebody shows up with some money and some houses and cars, we may not hear the same song again. I'm just saying. But like I said, there are some opportunist people be in industry anymore. Some of the people who spoke, I either don't know them or I don't know them to be like that. Right? So I'll give them the level ground and assume that they are being sincere. If you are being sincere, people, focus, okay? And realize, say, it is for the whole industry. You are fighting for everybody. So fight for the right thing to be done, not for cars and houses. Not for cars and houses. Because here is when they be and when they be. And even the directors, like I said, but the directors are the ones, the producers, the executive producers. These are the people who take the risk. And then they bring it and then they come and do the project. And then it props up all these people so that if they even get paid to go to a year, actors are saying, they pay them to go to a year, to go spruce up the year. Now, who executive producer, and I say producer, now who do you seek out, what do you be a shame? Nobody even knows you. But you're now, as actors now, so never film. This is why it's not supposed to be houses and cars. But it's supposed to be do the right thing so that the industry stands on its feet. Let's find people who know what they are doing and put them in place so that they can push the industry forward. I see a lot of energy in Kumasi. That can say a bad thing. They did the wherewithal, the knowledge now I become. Okay? Now, because I'm in case say, I'm just saying, say, the certification is important because, again, even if you come say the baby crab and I say a child, how dare you so because a member by them say me act because whom will set so that team count. How do you know say I'm mean shoot you baby for say me who want me set so that and this side na kwa say ni paku kakre bi no makọ boa no anom say and one more thing before I go. I heard one of the brothers, talking about ya Santifo, Mbuya Santifo. Brother, it's not about the Santifo. What you say? Stop that nonsense. It's not about the Santifo whatsoever. It's about the industry. It's about the betterment of the industry for everybody. It has nothing to do with the Santifo. Because Kumasi on the crown, more practice trade no. And you money na ya Santifo. So how about that? And that's what I said, when Kumasi for, and as an person can, and also then how about the Accra actors? How about the Takrady actors? How about the Tamale actors? This is what I'm saying, say, let's make sure that the proper people are fronting the bill so that we get the most out of it. For instance, anywho's, I think I've said everything I want to say about this thing for now. My name is Kwesi, the son, Bakun. You can call me Joe Beloved. I come in peace. I never come to please. Learn that. I'll see you on the next episode. One love.